Well, we're just passing Gretna and we'll be crossing the border, which incidentally is a soft border and is unaffected by Brexit. We're just about to leave behind such delicacies as sausage and mash and warm beer. We'll be leaving behind incessant queuing, awkwardly stepping side to side, trying to pass someone, and pretending to like people we don't. So English. 3, 2, 1. Well, a very warm welcome to Scotland to you. It's the home of haggis, bagpipes, girders and brew, and the Loch Ness monster. You're bound to see lots of interesting sights in Scotland, and I'm sure you're going to have a very good time.
Can't see me, it's dark, but I've arrived, got here at just after 5, which is great. So I was going to swap the camera around. How do you do that? Can't do it. So I just wanted to show you the place I'm staying. This is called River Cottage and I found it on Airbnb. It's a self-contained 1-bedroom cottage, River Cottage. And there's a river down there, and it's cold, and it's been snowing. Look at this, snow on the trees. It's like Norway. Anyway, this costs £50 a night. I'm blown away by it. Self-contained TV, radio. Look at this. This is swanky. Kitchen, 1 room, all in, which will serve me well, and it's got its own shower. And a lovely bedroom. So yeah, I think I might recommend this to anybody. Airbnb, River Cottage, Drumnadrocket. Well, good morning. That was an excellent drive yesterday, very tiring. I didn't know it would take so long coming up from Matlock. I spent the whole evening doing a little bit of research, and I thought I would just explain what I plan to be doing today. I'm going to go and drive around the whole circumference of Loch Ness. And so what I'm going to be doing is travelling the whole distance of Loch Ness, kind of circumnavigating it by road, which is over 60 miles in length. So it would be very interesting. I'm bound to get some great scenic shots because of the weather. It's been snowing again,
It just looks lovely out there. Maybe the roads are insurpassable and I can't get through anyway. So we shall see. Today it's about going around the loch. I'm going to visit Fort Augustus at the bottom. I had hoped I might get onto one of the loch cruises. I might have to look that up on the internet. So yeah, today's going to be a good day. Look forward to it. Okay, let's get the show on the road. Let's head for the village of Dawes and NessieHunter.com, aka Steve Feltham, the Nessie Hunter. I'll leave a link in the description below to his website. This is a chap who in 1991 sold his house and bought a mobile library and decided to move up here, lock, stock and barrel, and spend the rest of his days doing Nessie hunting. So let's see if I can get a little interview with him. If nothing else, I'll see his mobile home, but what I'm hoping to do is buy one or two of his necessities. As part of his strategy for income, what Steve does is makes and sells models of the Loch Ness monster. So that should make a nice souvenir. And if you can't get up here, just visit his website and order online. He delivers all over the world. So we're just arriving indoors, which is a village located on the east shore of Loch Ness. It's about 6 miles southwest of Inverness, and incidentally where numerous sightings have been recorded.
We'll get the sign in on the roof then. There we go, look.
Yeah, the real thing.
What a nice chap. I should have asked him if I could do an interview with him. In April 1960, a chap came up here named Tim Dinsdale, and he filmed what he believed to be a creature swimming on the surface of the water. Now, footage has been analysed. See what you think.
Black and white film at extreme range, but nevertheless it was on film. This hump going across the water made a huge glassy wake, no prop wash visible, and then it approached the far shore and then turned through 90 degrees and progressed under the surface, throwing up a wave which has since been measured on the film at a height of about 2 feet.
This is footage of the creature swimming in a sort of straight line and then veering to the left. What do you think? To me it looks like a boat. I can't say for sure. One thing I do know, you've got to have a lot of patience if you're going to be Nessie hunting. But I just think it's wonderful out here. This is the view of the loch from Fort Augustus, which lies on the extreme southern end of Loch Ness, and it takes its name from a fort built after the defeat of the 1715 Jacobite Rising. Now boats travel north and south along the Caledonian Canal, which cuts through the centre of the village through a flight of lochs. Just think, 23 miles ago, because it's the only way I can think of measuring it, I was standing on the shores of the village of Dawes, chatting with Steve Feltham. What's the time now? 1:30. It's taken me a couple of hours to travel 23 miles. Definitely worth it. Just look at that view. It's pretty good. Okay, here comes one of the Loch Ness cruise boats. This one is the Spirit of Loch Ness, which is operated by a company called Cruise Loch Ness. I had hoped to do one of these cruises, but time hasn't permitted today. I've done it before, and when you get out there on the loch, it's just so dark and brooding. Actually, look at the wake here. This is where people have sworn they've seen something move on the surface. And as I zoom in, you can see what clearly looks like what might be a creature in the water. It's just the wake created by the boat. And as each wave moves and rises, you'd be hard-pressed to think you've not seen something yourself.
Look at that view, isn't it amazing? Last time I was up here it was just thrashing with wind and rain. It's been a fantastic day. I've done the whole length of Loch Ness from where I started out this morning up to Inverness and all the way down the far side coast. Takes me all the way down to Fort Augustus. It's a fantastic route. If you decide to come up here and you fancy a little trip round, I recommend that road. Brilliant. Nessie, on the other hand, has been as elusive as ever. She hasn't shown herself. Never give up hope. But what I'm going to do for the rest of the evening, or the rest of the day while it's light, is have a traipse around this castle, Urqurhart Castle, where incidentally Nessie has been spotted on numerous occasions. So I have my trusty Nikon in hand and I'll see what I can see.